Y'all, it is Tuesday, May 23rd. If you are just tuning in, welcome to Clay to Canopy, the show where I attempt to make just about everything from the ground up. And this was supposed to be a May vlog, but it's May 23rd. And I have just finished up wrapping up my teaching, submitted grades. I was supposed to have another 2 weeks of the carpentry class that I'm taking. I'll talk about that in a minute. I forgot, how much energy it takes to wrap up a class. 5 classes, because I'm teaching 5 classes. There's a lot to do dealing with grading, and then also I forgot the whole gotta pack up all of the stuff I was working on campus, bring everything back here, all the supplies that I will be using here in the studio, because it is a commute, it's a half-hour commute. I'm not going to drive to campus to use the studio. I might go there a couple times in the summer to do some firing, but I don't anticipate going back and forth, so I had to pack up all that stuff. It just goes a little bit crazy. I was setting up new gym equipment, which I'm really excited about it being here. I started taking on a couple projects in the month of May, dragon related, sorta, but channel related, yes. They kind of were distractions. Over here on the bench, I started a model for the class I was taking, and it is a to scale model shed size because it's under 120 square, but I wanted to get something done that where I would be building to code. The injury that I had from the fall, I was in a lot of denial. Fell the end of February, I was still hurting, beginning of March. I still stuck with weightlifting class for a good, almost till the end, but I realized what was happening is I couldn't keep up with the class. We were doing about 20 exercises per class. He was just moving us through all these different exercises so that we would learn them. The condition of my leg was nowhere near healed. It was a compounded injury and I needed to go a lot slower. If you know anything about weightlifting, you need your leg to even do upper body things because a lot of times you're bracing with your legs to do major lifts and things. So I was very limited to what I was able to do. I gotta tell you, I am ridiculously burnt. I was so excited to go into this semester and take on all of this stuff, but I was not anticipating an injury. It was only a month into it, and I spent a good month and a half in denial of, I'm good, until finally I went, holy crap, I'm exhausted, and I need to figure out what's happening to me physically. At the beginning of May, I finally went, dude, you've got to stop. And that's what I did. My goal with this model was to try and have a model that had roofing on it, but I realized that I tend to do this thing where I will throw a bunch of other crap in my way and start doing things that are just end up becoming procrastination from the thing I should be doing. I'm confident that I will have enough knowledge to come back to this when it's time. So I'm going to set this aside because this has become, again, another freaking distraction from what I wanted to do. I do want to show you some of the resin I was playing with earlier in the month because that was a fun project, even though that was yet again another distraction. So let me go grab that. I take on these smaller things, not necessarily because I'm procrastinating the bigger things. I've been dying to get out here and be with this dragon, but I would need longer blocks of time to spend with my dragon in order to progress on it any further. So I moved on to testing out some of that new resin and putting in the zip ties. So I cut up my zip ties, really tiny, recycled zip ties. Y'all can see. I cut them up really, really tiny into these little bits of pieces. I thought it would look a little more like crystallized pieces. So I'm going to have a ton of this stuff, and I will be making probably a ton of these pieces to send out to y'all, right? Because I'm going to do a giveaway with all the extra stuff that doesn't end up in Evangeline. But I was messing with some of the molds just to see how things were going to go. And the great thing about this was that I could just mix up a little bit of resin, pour it into the mold, and walk away from it. It needed to set in layers. So this was like one of those, I could do a little tiny something and feel like I did something for the day. These were a coaster set, and this was also a coaster set of a rune calendar. I think I'm going to add a little bit more magical type things, so there'll be the rune calendar. I have found some runes. I just stuck with the colors of the dragon. I will experiment. I have lots of colors for the giveaway. So if y'all are interested in the giveaway, all 5 of my devoted followers will probably end up with something from me. But if y'all want different colors, then please comment in the comments. Let me know what colors you want. If you only want colors that are the color scheme of this dragon, because I'll be embedding parts, the zip ties that came from this dragon. Also ordered a really cool dragon eye silicone mold that I want to do some paperweights with. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what kind of colors you want. This is going to release to you in enough time to get your feedback. So let me know. Anyhow, I also made a set of runes. Also, what kind of objects? Do you want these fancy runes that I made, or do you want coasters or domino sets? Because I'm going to be doing game sets. These were a little bit of a bulkier rune. They were about the size of like mahjong tiles, I guess. I like the weight of these. They feel like nice in your hand. But then I also found this really cool pattern. Oh, I'm losing my runes. Oh no. Gotta find it. This little rune pattern, you can't really see the zip ties too much in these. They're tiny, lightweight. I'm not sold on the weight, but I love the style of them. I also made some little sacks for the runes. So yeah, this first run of stuff will be in the dragon, and then I'm going to do an official video of the process, one of the project videos that ends up inside the dragon. For now, because this is the end of May, I'm about to start kicking off my summer work session. I'm going to take a break. I know you don't want to hear it, but by the time you get this, it is going to be the beginning of July-ish, and I am going to need to take a break from doing the editing. I'm probably going to take about a month and a half. That does not mean the work is stopping. And when we come back, we're going to switch back up to weekly vlogs, and I'm probably going to just title them something new. You know, we'll just say summer, week 1. Anyhow, I hope you I didn't even catch you up on Evangeline. Huh, that would be nice. So I did finally finish coating all of her horns. I don't know what you can see on this camera. I will take a video sweep of this. Her horns are fully coated in the fiberglass, and then I have been coming out here and slowly just putting on a layer of black in whatever is like on the flat surface. I can only do maybe 3 or 4 little sections of the panel in a day, and then I have to wait for it to dry and then rotate it. This is to prevent drippage. I knew when it got to the horn point, it was going to be a nightmare to try and do that, or I was going to have to keep maneuvering things. I have not added the mica yet. That's the next move, but that's going to be part of the first vlog that we start for the summer vlogs. Then she will be ready to go for the neck add-on. I'm going to be probably switching it up to be concentrating on the body. So the body, we left off with it in its raw wood place. I do need to rig it up with this frame and see, because not everything is finished for the body. There is like the paw part that where it connects, and some of the back end is not fully resolved yet, and then I still will have a neck to build. So that is the future plan, and I'm hoping that I will have this dragon together by the end of July, at least the whole exterior framing of it. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this recap of what happened in May. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so. Stick around to watch this project all come together, and remember, don't wake the dragon.